The middle zone. For a long time, it was that scary place where no one dares to go. And no wonder, with both flanks looking directly at it, armed with lethal ballistae, who would want to go there at all? Of course, you can do that. But usually would like to. Another way I don't really favor is... And this happens when you don't watch the enemy closely. After a while, I realized there is a trick to it, and it's not something hard to perform. Allow me to introduce you to the Sentinel ballistae cheat sheet. I presume all of you are familiar how the middle point looks from the perspective of Zone C. But let's see how it looks from above, and if there are some landmarks that can help us maintain out-of-sight position easier. On the blue team side of the map, this is where the ballista on C cannot get you. If you're blue team, you just have to stay a few feet away from the mid-zone end line. Of course, if not sure, you can also periodically check if the enemy can see you by just taking a quick look at C. You will definitely find out that fast, but knowing his blind spot from above surely gives an edge when wreaking havoc on these poor soldiers. Same goes for red team, but you have to stay a bit further away from the end line of the zone. All this of course implies that Zone C is in the hands of the enemy. But what if Zone A is the place that is posing the threat? You probably already saw the red line just below the crosshair of the ballista. Well, this is where you can go the furthest. Just to the corner of this barricade here. Any further and you're forced into an eternal slumber. Here are some example landmarks that I use to orient myself. But let's see the red side of the map. Again, Zone C ballista sees around the mid-zone end marker. A foot away from it for blue team and a bit more for red, just where this wooden debris starts. Don't forget to scan the flanks when clearing. It takes a second, but it saves lives. This ballista, by my opinion, doesn't see much of the soldiers below, which means both red and blue can clear them with ease. The landmarks I use to orient are this wall here and this shield on the ground. You probably noticed that both ballistae on A make a slight arc when moving. This has to be taken in consideration when positioning. So, few important notes that I have in mind after analyzing this map. Taking the mid-zone fast by going on the spot might be a good idea, but the flanks on this map are very powerful because of the cover they provide. It is good to have a flank, or at least keep a flank busy, if you want to perform well in the game. Knowing how to play on mid can help you win, but won't carry the game. Enemy players might come to mid-zone and pay you a visit when they cannot shoot you, which makes things complicated because you might have to deal with the risk of being shot and slaughtered at the same time. Remember, there are ways to clear the zone fast. It might give you a chance if, for example, your team is breaking. From Zone C, you definitely see a large portion of the enemy soldiers on red and blue side as well, so you can utilize this and clear them from a safe distance. If of course the conditions allow that. Last but not least, keep an eye if the ballistae are armed by enemies or if the points are contested, because it will give you an idea whether to cover or not. This is called situational awareness and comes pretty handy. I hope this video helps people who are new in the game, and for those who already know all this, I would be happy to hear your thoughts and ideas on the map.